Didn't know looking TV shows could be this creepy. I was able to find TV shows that are lost media, which means they existed but disappeared. And there's some shows that people were able to find in real life. Let's take a look at these interesting shows.
Hello, I'm definitely your first fan. No way someone can change my mind. Position in line? Wow, imagine dreaming about playing with your idol and the server won't let you join. At least a shout out.
Disney has a bunch of amazing movies and series. But would you have ever guessed that Disney was working on a movie for a while? The plot of the movie was good and most people thought it'll go super viral. But they never got to release it because of an odd reason. Let's take a look at it.
Lost Media Part 6. Newt. So Newt is a movie produced by Disney that never actually aired. In 2008, Pixar announced this upcoming film. It was about the last male and female blue-footed newt. They had to repopulate and save their species. But after a few years, it was announced by Pixar that production was canceled. It was the first ever Disney film to have been canceled while in the works. It was supposed to have been released in 2012, but it was canceled and replaced by Brave later that year. People were still left wondering why it was canceled, and it was said that it was because the plot was too complicated and they couldn't figure it out. They called in Pete Docter to help because he created many hits like Toy Story 2 Up, Monsters, Inc. and more. So they asked him to help, and he said that he had a better idea, and later made Inside Out. So Newt was replaced with Inside Out, and nobody really talked about it since. Stay safe.
I feel like they still could have made this show a show. I don't know much about animating movies and making movie-worthy stories, but it kind of seems easy to me. You just make up stuff that seems interesting to you. But that's just my opinion. It's probably way more complicated than that. Disney does use a lot of logic into their animated movies sometimes, which can be stressful for them. I'm glad they were able to quickly replace it with the movie called Brave instead though. 'Cause imagine putting a bunch of effort into a movie just to end up throwing it away. This next one was actually aired but nobody can find it anymore. It's considered lost media. Lost media shows are so interesting to me because what do you mean it existed but can't be found anymore? So you're telling me it just completely disappeared off the internet forever? That is what happened to the show called Beware of Dog.
Lost Media Part 7. Beware of Dog. So Beware of Dog is a TV show nobody can find. It's a sitcom that came out in 2002, produced by Animal Planet. It was about a bearded collie named Jack, who narrates his thoughts as he watches daily life of his new human family. But it did horribly with many people leaving hate comments and reviews about the show. Because of this, it was canceled after one episode. They had made multiple more episodes, but because of the first one being such a flop, they didn't air them. Now there's no known clips of any of the episodes, and there's no platform to watch it on, so it's lost media. Stay safe.
How? People have watched the show before, but it's nowhere on the internet? And it's true. When I searched up Beware of Dog show, it's nowhere to be found. The only thing that I could find was a 31-second clip of the show.
Ready for the sitcom an entire planet has been waiting for. Animal Planet's Beware of Dog. Take one kooky family costume party, add one sarcastic dog. What do you think you're doing? Saving your marriage, and wants a fur fly. You get a dog's eye view of family life. That'll leave you howling for more. I'm gonna lose my French. Comedy is unleashed with a premiere of Beware of Dogs this Tuesday at 8, only on Animal Planet.
This clip seems to be the introduction or basically the trailer to the show. The comments underneath this clip are so sad though. The fact that this might be the only video footage of the show. This is just sad. The fact this got canceled after only 2 episodes. I wonder what kind of hate this show was getting. I clearly never watched it before, but it looks like it's just a show about a dog. I don't see how you could hate that. Have you ever thought about a TV show, House, being in real life? Well, someone was able to find Peppa Pig's house in real life, although it kind of looks creepy from afar. It looks a lot like their house.
Let's talk about Peppa Pig. So, we all know Peppa Pig is a fun show. We all watched, right? Well, there's a scarier side to Peppa Pig. On March 7th, 2025, someone named Carl Pfeiffer 17 posted a video which showed Peppa Pig's house me show you the video. We can see it being the exact same as it's on the hill. It's yellow, and we can't forget about the red brick roof. Now the creepy part is, do Peppa and her family really live there? Is that an abandoned house? Nobody really knows. But from the video, we saw it was in some area with a lot of sand and trees. It looks like an isolated area as well.
Peppa Pig is a cartoon show, so that is not their actual house. And Peppa Pig and her family do not live there either. That building is abandoned, but it's not an abandoned house. It's an abandoned church, which makes it kind of terrifying to me. But yeah, also I was looking up stuff about the house and stumbled across a video. The video is about Peppa Pig's band episode that ended up oofing someone.
Kids shows that actually Peppa Pig band episode. Now before we start this video, I'm not sure if all of this is true, so don't go hate on me. So mostly of the countries think Peppa Pig is safe for kids, but one Peppa Pig episode is banned in Australia. It was an episode about Peppa seeing a spider in her house. Later Peppa becomes friends with this spider. The message of the episode was supposed to say that spiders are friendly and won't bite or hurt you. One time there was a boy that lived in Australia. He really liked to watch Peppa Pig. He watched the episode of Peppa becoming friends with a spider. Peppa Pig named the spider Mr. Skinny Leg. Since it was spider season in Australia, the boy wanted to give it a try and went outside to look for a spider. Little did he knew that some spiders actually can kill you. He found a black widow and picked it up, and some moments later the black widow bit him. The little boy was rushed to the hospital, but sadly he didn't make it. After the incident, Australia decided to ban the episode in their country. Now that was really horrifying. Stay safe out there.
I would have never thought that a kids show episode could actually do that. This story is true about that Peppa Pig's episode. Australia has a bunch of spiders. It's actually well known for its spiders, and most of the spiders are venomous. I'm glad that they banned that episode from Australia. This TV show is very popular for being family-friendly and every kid's favorite show. However, this show dropped an episode that completely shocked everyone. The episode was so disturbing that kids weren't able to sleep properly at night.
Let's talk about
Next to somebody who knows how to love you like me.